Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And I've got my computer here, my laptop, my tablet here, because I want to start off with something that's quite appalling in broken Britain. What are we turning into South Africa here? South Africa, which I'll be talking a little bit later on Ustream, has a murder every 20 minutes. It's wonderful, isn't it? Eh? But does that compare with our country? No. And the reason I'm not talking about it on YouTube, because someone will call me racist. So let's just talk about something here. And let's have a look at the picture of these two beauties. These two beauties went into a shop in 24/7 kettles being kettle and lime time. And they robbed it. They nicked all the Rolexes that were on display and all the other Jaeger LeCoultres and Ticka Timexes. In affluent, it says here, Richmond in southwest London, and stole dozens of high-value watches. And there is some video footage, which you can go and have a look on YouTube or Mail Online. Little Oliver White, 27, he was strangled. One man grabbed all the watches and put them in the backpack of the other man. And that was that. What are the police going to charge them with? And the reason I'm saying this is I hope the police are looking, because a couple of days later, young Oliver White, 27, been with his girlfriend for 6 years, from a loving family, took his own life. He took his own life because of the trauma, the shame maybe, some guilt on his part in his mind, thinking, I could have done more to stop this. He was the only guy in the shop. The questions will be asked about that, I'm sure, and the people are saying, you know, how it all happened. But, two guys, here they are again. Look for their faces. Someone mentioned something to the police. Oh, yeah, the police will have to go and arrest these. This guy took his own life because of this. Is this manslaughter? What's it going to be? Someone out there is going to know who did this, that caused the young guy's life. And here's the spanner in the works for me. This is my girlfriend's daughter's best friend, a young lad. Made it personal. It brings it home, just how broken Britain is. I'm going to show you a picture of him with his girlfriend, Alana, a couple of weeks before he took his own life, when there's absolute pond life low. Listen, we've all nicked Mars bars off the things and we all do stuff, but to cause the death of a young man, for what? A couple of Rolexes. Ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on. We are, of course, Ustream. We're the channel that people are trying to ban. Well, I was talking about Ofcom the other day to somebody, off-communists, as we call them, who like to ban everything. And they're now trying to ban us. They're trying to work out how they're going to stop the streaming channels for saying what they can think. Well, listen, no one's going to stop me. And they're saying, well, you're not that popular. You've only got a few people signed up to you. So I want you to do me a favour. If you believe in free speech, if you believe that people like me should be shut down by some unknown lefty body, what's going to happen if Labour get in to us? So I'm asking you, sign up to Ustream now. Let me prove a point. Oh, yes, okay, it gives us money to make more programmes. I don't take a tanner out of this. You know that. Do a check, do whatever, ask whoever you want. I do it because someone has to say certain things about this country. It's a joke. Look what's happened later. I've got it on the funny auto cue here. I don't know how it works. So let's talk about Nigel Farage. I don't know if you like Nigel Farage or you don't like Nigel Farage. If you don't like Nigel Farage, people will say, oh, you're a traitor to your country. Yeah, but he's a traitor to our country. If you're a lefty student, right, and you don't like Nigel Farage, that's fair enough. It goes with the uniform and the trainers, doesn't it? If you are of a certain age, you'll like Nigel Farage. If you like your country, you will like Nigel Farage. Anyway, the BBC, Bring Back Communism, is forced to issue a real grovelling apology. They accused Nigel Farage of using, this is what they said, this bird, I think her name was Akua Gui Nakakura, right, from the BBC. She's accused Nigel Farage of using customary inflammatory language. So Nigel was speaking at a Reform UK event in Dover. Of course it's in Dover because that is the landing platform of every fucking all the dregs of the world will come here. And I'm not just saying everyone that wants a better life comes here, is a dregs of the world, but, you know. So let's have a look. So what did Nigel do that caused this lefty BBC fucking Bring Back Communism, awful lefty shitty, I'm not paying my licence programme? What caused it to do that? The Polish Prime Minister He had said that aggressive young males were coming into Poland. And the news presenter, I've got a name here, I've got a name somewhere. You can't make it up. Her name was Gita Guru Murphy. Right, so she's half Swedish, half Indian and half Irish. That can't be, that's 1.5 people. Anyway, she cut away from the clip and made a comment about a customary inflammatory language. Nigel, if I was her, I told her to fuck right off. So, what's the BBC doing? What about impartiality? What is Ofcom going to do? Are they going to say anything? Oh, no, they're trying to find out a way of shutting down Ustream. But I know that you people out there won't allow that to happen. The BBC, they don't even hide it anymore, the BBC, do they? So they can't even pretend to be impartial. Do you know what, you BBC? Oh, she said she's sorry now. Sorry. What do you think Ofcom going to do? They're going to investigate, or they're too busy with trying to shut down GB News? Do you know what? It was only last week, right, Ofcom ruled GB News had breached broadcasting impartiality rules because they had, guess what? They had a question and answer with Rishi Sunak, the fucking Prime Minister. No, they didn't take into account that GB News has not seen any questions in advance. They hadn't seen, it's not a setup, it's not an advert. Right, and all the questions were really hostile to the Prime Minister, or most of them were. And GB News had asked all the other leaders, Keir Starmer, Bardi Rubble, to do the same thing. No, they're a fucking joke, Ofcom. Come and get us. Listen, I've got the public to protect me. The public are going to show you people from Ofcom just how much they support my channel on YouTube and on Ustream. Go to ustream.com and sign up. You're not just signing up to have the best entertainment you've ever had. You're signing up to make a point. You're signing up to support me and people like me who have got to fight against the establishment. Oh dear, it's getting worse. It's getting worse by the minute. If Labour get in, oh my God, we've got Angela Rayner, the ginger bird. Right, the Greater Manchester Police have said no action will be taken against Labour Deputy Leader Angela Rayner, and she claims that she didn't pay capital gains tax on her houses because it turned out there was her house in the first place, just because she had 2 houses. And they've asked the spokesperson, Diane Abbott, to her, well, because she had 2 houses, but 3 people living in them. That meant that 1.5 people lived in half of a house, which makes it fucking. And she's back out of her coffin, isn't she? Apparently, they've given her the whip. Yeah. Make your own jokes up there. But she's not allowed to stand for an election now, Diane Abacus. No. And no one's taken any legal action against the gingerbird. If it had been a Conservative MP who was accused of the same thing, he'd probably be in the stocks now having shit and fucking rotten fruit thrown at him. Anyway, let's talk about Angela Rayner, and I'll leave you with this one before I go over to Ustream, otherwise I'm going to get so fucking angry. She is accused, right? She's told everybody, right? Angela Rayner, right? Fagash Lil. She is begging Muslim voters to back her at the next election and vowing, listen to this, that a Labour government would recognise the state of Palestine. And that Labour agreed with the ICC, which is the Independent Cricket Club, which is seeking the arrest. Labour Party agreed with the International Criminal Court, which is seeking the arrest of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. What the fuck? Talk about cringe. Oh, for fuck's sake. She's speaking to her constituency in Ashton-under-Lyne, right, up there. It's near Stoke, really, Ashton-under-Lyne. And there are obviously no women at that meeting at all. Why is that? Well, because really it was a pro-Palestinian rally. What she is after is the Muslim vote. I mean, Labour actually do support that Israel has the right to defend itself. But I mean, what is this? What has it come to when the Labour get down on one knee for the Muslim vote? What else has happened? I mean, she's only really happy that she's not completely in the shit because Diane Abbott has been given the Labour whip. Oh my God. A year ago, she was kicked out for saying bad things about Israel. And now she's been blocked from being a candidate. I'd love it in a candidate. There are 2,900 people in my constituency that voted every hour. 4 of them abstained, 8 of them. So that means the total is fucking thick as shit. How do they fucking become politicians? I've no idea. So I'm going over to Ustream in a minute, and I'm going to talk about a thick thing that the Tories are trying to bring back in. National service. Do I think it's a good idea? Do I fuck? Come and join me. Prove a point. Join the best streaming channel you'll ever get, ustream.com. Let's get our country back. Watch the late great Jethro away from the stage and spotlight in his natural habitat, at home and at his stables with his beloved horses. Take a sneak peek behind the scenes of the country's much missed comic genius in this series, exclusive to Ustream.
I love my life. I love to come back and spend my time around the horses and the people that work with me and everything that goes on in the country. So that's what I do.
A day in the life of Jethro. Streaming exclusively on Ustream now.